My name is David Turner, and when my wife told me, "Don't scold my daughters, take care of your own," I realized something inside our family had already begun to rot. When I married Julia, she was a single mother with 2 teenage girls, Mia and Sophie. They were bright, sharp, and full of energy. At first, I thought I could be the steady figure they needed. I never tried to replace their father. I just wanted to be part of a home that felt whole again. 4 years, I worked long hours, paid the bills, and made sure those girls had everything. School trips, new clothes, even driving lessons. Julia often said I was too soft on them, but I thought love could build bridges faster than discipline. I was wrong. The first cracks appeared when the girls grew older. Mia started talking back, calling me by my first name instead of Dad. Sophie began locking herself in her room, ignoring me completely. Julia brushed it off as teen behavior, but I could feel the distance growing. One day, I came home to find the living room a mess, chips ground into the carpet, soda spilled on the couch. I called them downstairs and said calmly, "You need to clean this up." Julia, who just walked in from work, froze and snapped, "David, don't scold my daughters. Take care of your own if you want to play the parent." Her words hit harder than any slap could. My own son, Eli, was only 6, quiet, kind, and always watching, learning how adults treat each other. I saw the confusion in his eyes as Julia's daughter smirked, realizing she'd just stripped me of any authority in my own home. That night, something changed in me. I stopped arguing, stopped correcting, stopped trying to earn respect where none was ever going to be given. I focused on Eli, helping him with homework, teaching him how to ride a bike, tucking him in with stories of courage and integrity. Julia noticed, of course. "You're ignoring my girls," she accused. "No," I said quietly. "I'm just respecting your wish." Months passed, and the house that used to hum with noise now echoed with tension. Mia dropped out of college, Sophie started skipping school, and Julia's patience wore thin. She blamed everyone but herself, but I stayed calm, knowing storms reveal more than they destroy. Then one evening, Julia came home from work early and found Eli quietly doing dishes while her daughters were lounging on the couch, scrolling on their phones. "Why aren't you helping him?" she shouted. Mia rolled her eyes. "Ask your husband. He's the one playing Father of the Year." Julia turned to me, furious. "You could have asked them." I set down the plate I was drying and said evenly, "I stopped asking when you told me they weren't my responsibility." The silence that followed was deafening. For the first time, she looked unsure, like she was hearing her own words thrown back at her. Things spiraled from there, arguments, slammed doors, long nights sleeping in separate rooms. Then, one morning, I received a call from the police. Sophie had been caught shoplifting with friends. Julia broke down completely, calling me from the station, begging, "David, please come. I don't know what to do." I went, not because I had to, but because compassion doesn't vanish when love fades. I helped arrange her release, spoke to the officer respectfully, and drove them both home in silence. That night, after the girls went to bed, Julia whispered, "You were right. I thought protecting them meant shielding them from you. But I was shielding them from discipline, from reality." I didn't gloat or argue. I just said, "Love doesn't work when it's divided into sides, Julia. Family only works when everyone is willing to be one." In the months that followed, I filed for separation, not out of revenge, but out of peace. Eli and I moved into a small apartment across town. It wasn't fancy, but it was ours. I still see Mia and Sophie sometimes. They've grown, learned, and even apologized in their own ways. Julia once told me, "I never imagined I'd lose you like that." I smiled sadly and replied, "You didn't lose me that day, Julia. You let me go when you decided I wasn't part of your family." Now, years later, when I watch Eli growing into a thoughtful young man, I realize something powerful. Sometimes walking away isn't about giving up, it's about showing others what respect should have looked like all along.